A tale of two pistols, the Taurus TX22. Welcome to the Nutnfancy tabletop review. Better late than never. I was not one of the first, for sure. Most of them I think came out like late 2018, early 2019. I'll get around to it. My viewers do not really like 22s, it seems. Judging from the view numbers, they're always very low. Doesn't matter what the gun is. If it's 22 long rifle, they're like, forget it. I know, I've talked about that in other GRVs. I don't get it. That's the way it is. But I still like them. I'll still do tabletop reviews. I'll do barricade reviews. I'll do bunker reviews on 22s when they attract me, when they attract Tactical Doodle. We'll grab a gun, go out and test it, take it on multiple outings. We did it with the TX22. All the shooting is complete in 4 outings. 4. Should I have done more? Didn't really want to. Yeah, I could have, but no, I didn't really want to. It is going to be a tabletop review of 2 pistols, really. 2 personalities. With my shooting complete, I went onto the internet, I clicked around. I watched a couple videos in YouTube. I looked at a couple write-ups online. And what the internet tells me about the TX22 is this. It is groundbreaking. 16+1 is totally awesome. You're stupid if you don't buy it. That's what they tell me. There's not going to be any hype here, no crap. No one pays me off. No one buys these reviews, which is rampant in YouTube, and it's been that way for a long time. The way I get this pistol is I loan it from Gunnies, the great American gun store. All their information is below. Thank you to Wyatt and Company. I don't buy it unless I really love it, and then I pay him for it. He doesn't give me money, I don't give him money. It is a pure process in TMP. It's been that way forever. Doesn't matter what the item is. Knives, guns, watches, pure. Ah, it's nice being free. So free. Okay, I want to wrap this up like in 2025. That would be ideal. It might be a press to do that. Because again, a lot of people in TMP do not consider 22s as, sorry, I got my megaphone. I got to play around with it. Core content. Give us some more AR reviews, Nutton. No, you're going to listen to a 22 pistol review here. The tale of 2 pistols. But first things first, I need something over here to balance out the tabletop. How about I put on the squadron scarf from one of my squadrons, the 97th ARS, Fairchild Air Force Base, Spokane, Washington, flying the mighty KC-135 ARS, standing for Air Refueling Squadron. I was a co-pilot there, aircraft commander there, instructor, aircraft commander, and then finally an evaluator at Fairchild in the major weapon system, the KC-135. Good times. And frankly, some... Hold on, I need the microphone for this. Bad times, too. That's right. A lot of it sucked. Really, the guys that are in the military know this. I mean, it's not all peaches and cream. There's a lot of bad stuff you put up with. Bad deployments, bad areas, long work days. Dangerous areas, to be totally honest with you. Where I flew that plane, honestly, we took off like, we could get shot down today. And I've made videos on the survival kit that I flew around with, and that's not a joke. It wasn't like, oh yeah, you have a slight chance to get shot down. No, we had a high chance of getting shot down in some of the areas we flew that MWS, the KC-135. All right, it's a patch. Little story time. I'll put that on there. Still, we have some of these at nutnfancybigcartel.com. Not really on the fence whether we do another merch push or not. I mean, I look at the views on the A channel. The views are like 10% of the subs. Then I feel like, yeah, we can do merch. We won't get stuck with it. We can actually sell it, not lose our shirts, make a few bucks, and we're not there. We're just not there. You know, I love my Patreon guys. My Patreon guys will be there for me, but they're few. They're less than 1% of the audience joins me in TMP Patreon. Love those guys. I talk to them all the time. The content flow over there is 4 times what it is here on the A channel. I know they'll be there for me, but there's not that many of them. You know, 800,000 subs, and I've got, what, 2,700, you know, Patreon guys. The elite, the few, the proud, the TMP Patreon. Right here we have a Gerber Fairbairn, Applegate Fairbairn dagger. I've talked about that, shown it a lot. This is an 8650 Barricade. I did a separate tabletop review of that. That's really a nice competition, super high value to the Benchmade Triage. Little Bird Hilo in 1/64 scale. We kind of departed from the 1/72. I've had this for about 17 years, this model. Bought it for the boys. And this is a diesel double down with a Nutnfancy hands mod. Trust me, I'll get to the gun. Look how cool that turned out. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. I bought this watch for like 50 bucks. Yeah, 50 bucks from a watch store I went to in Cali. And then the watch for the review, the official one, is the gorgeous Spinnaker Rec. If you're not a watch guy, you need to repent and start getting into watches. You're going to use them about 10 times more than you will your knives. You're going to look at your watch all the time. This one is a weathered, scarred up from the factory Spinnaker Rec in blue with my hands modification. I taped them in white. Left the seconds hand unmolested. Beautiful leather strap. Link below. Bite directly from Spinnaker. Whoosh, onto the pistol. All right, that's right. The internet is telling me this TX22 is totally awesome. And I will tell you, in the tabletop, in some ways it really is. I mean, I'm not saying that what I saw and read on the internet is wrong. I'm not saying that. But in this tabletop review, Nutnfancy style, I have some information to share with you that I really didn't see in other reviews. And no, I didn't see all the reviews. I clicked around for 10, 15 minutes and then I'm done. I really don't like spending time doing that. I like staying fresh and, you know how it goes here. Yeah, I have some negative things to say about it. So what I do in my GRVs is features, really accurate, how did it shoot, and would I buy it? That seems pretty popular. Guys like it. Let's get to it. First thing I love about the TX22, I really do, are its ergonomics. The ergonomics on this pistol are fantastic. It is super lightweight. I mean, the whole gun weighs, what, 18 ounces with a magazine in it? Fabulous. Fabulous. The grip is perfectly stippled. It looks like an H&K P30 grip, maybe a VP9. It really does. And it has that laser stippling on it, or I'm not sure if a laser does that or not, but it's just ideal. Really ergonomic. Fits great. Undercut trigger guard. Nice big magazine release. All that is perfect. Squared off trigger guard. Perfect. Really excellent. And then we have, and by the way, that magazine release is reversible. So you can put it on this side, and it's a great ambidextrous pistol. We have a safety on it, and this is a striker fired pistol. You know me and safeties on striker fired pistols. I know. It's probably because they can market it in more states that require such a thing. That would be my guess. We don't have a slide stop, slide release on this side, so lefties, Jardine, you may not like that. But overall, great ambi pistol. And again, I love the shape of this. Non-occluded, works great. I'm talking the mag release. Undercut here, squared off trigger guard. That's what I was going to rave about right here. Boy, do I like those. Oh, I love them. What gun do I have off in the wings? Oh, I have M9A1, a Steyr. So the ergonomics on this grip are fantastic. And I didn't mean to like bring this to the tabletop as a direct comparison. I really would have liked to have a VP9, a P30 would have been perfect, or any number of pistols that kind of follow this. The PPQ, this looks like a PPQ right here to me too. And we've raved about the PPQ ergos forever. I still love the M9A1, great pistol. Go buy one at Gunnies, the Great American Gun Store. Great gun. I like the L9A1 too, the long slide, it's super sick. And the trigger is great too. So striker fired, it's not an internal hammer 22 like we've seen elsewhere. It is, no kidding, a striker fired 22. And this is going to pull at about 4.5 pounds, memory serves. And if I can find my trigger scale, which is probably gone by the wayside. Don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. 4.5 pounds. Let's pull it like, you know, just by the finger first. I really like the trigger on the TX22. TD helped me shoot this in one of the outings, and he was not super impressed with the trigger, and I was kind of sticking up for the TX22. I was like, what are you talking about? That's a great trigger. Has a little bit of take up to it, but I think it has a crisp let off. Nice job. That one pulled at 5.4. Wow. I got like 4.6 earlier. I'm gonna just do it one more time. I'm gonna just call it a 4.5 pound trigger on this thing. We're talking about the ergonomics on the TX22. There you go, 4 pounds, 3 ounces. Really nice trigger. Yeah, the interweb also raved about that, and that's appropriate. Really great trigger. Picatinny rail here, 2-slot variety, all good. Forward cocking serrations right here. That's good if you use them. I don't. Really good ones in the back. They're sharp, well machined. Really good looking pistol too. It looks like, really looks like a 9mm. Looks like a striker fired 9mm of whatever variety. It kind of an amalgamation between an H&K and, well, I'm going to say H&K USP maybe, and a P30. And maybe throw in a CZ P10C in there. If they had a baby and it was in 22 long rifle, it'd be this gun right here. I love the looks of it. It's cool. The sights are good. I would have preferred to have more refined sights on it. You know, there is some adjustment in them. You can see it right here. They are plastic, 3-dot. I don't mind 3-dot. I'm not saying I do. And we were able to achieve, as you will see, some good accuracy with the TX22. It's all good. But I like target sights on my 22s. Call me crazy. And that kind of takes us to philosophy of use. We're going to pause at ergos just for a second. What would you use this gun for? Well, I'm saying I would like target sights on it. So to me, that means that the philosophy of use is squarely in the realm of recreational and target shooting. Not competition, not steel challenge really, although maybe you could. But I just like finer sights on my 22s so I can shoot longer distances with them, more precise plates, maybe a 3-inch plate at 15 yards. The coarse sights like this is just a little bit tougher. Philosophy of use, defensive pistol, it is 16+1, I mentioned that. That's a lot of rounds. It does beat the other polymer 22 pistols. Mostly, I'm going to show you a competitive option that it does not beat it. You probably forgot about it. Thought this tabletop be a little bit different. I like that. 16+1 of 22, if it's absolutely positively reliable, is something. I've talked about that a lot philosophically on the tabletops. It's something for a small statured, recoil shy shooter, maybe a female shooter. Maybe that's all they can manage. Would I put this in a home defensive use, this TX22? Honestly, I'd prefer you wouldn't. I would go something bigger. I mean, go with a 9mm minimum. I say that. So teach whoever it is, if they are recoil shy, start them on a 22, maybe the TX22, work them up to something more substantial. I think of a 22 as an emergency caliber. That's why it's my BOK of caliber of choice. That is bug out kit. So I carry a 22 there. Yeah, but that's just me. Your mileage may vary, like I've always said here. That's about philosophy of use. Collectible? No. Oh, go to war pistol? Absolutely not. Trainer pistol? I think way too much is made of training on a 22. Everyone's like, oh, it's a trainer pistol, so it's good for 9mm. No, just go out and train with your 9mm. It's not that expensive. We've had like 2 stops. Yeah, I'm really kind of down on that philosophy of use. I think it's stupid. It's like, just buy some 9mm. Go practice with that. I mean, you're not that hard up for cash that you have to shoot a 22. Back to ergos. POU is done. Here's the milling on the slide. Overall, I think the fit and finish on this thing is pretty excellent. Notice a side ejection pistol. That's cool. Last time we saw that was what? A Smith & Wesson Victory. That's the last 22 pistol I brought on. Yeah, and again, you have the ambi safety here. Ergonomics are superb, and I love the lightweight. But it's not so light that it makes it very difficult to shoot. Oh, and I won't do the takedown because I'm going to keep my tablecloth clean, but the takedown's super easy. Mag out, racket, safe direction, retract the slide, and here's your takedown levers right here. Just pull those out, retract the slide, it'll come right off. You'll see the recoil spring there. Really easy to get back on, really excellent takedown. So everything I've talked about to this point is all thumbs up. Double thumbs up. That's the first pistol. Remember I told you it'd be like a tale of 2 pistols? Oh, one other feature, threaded barrel. It's a 1/2x28. There is an adapter included in the box. Yep, and there's 2 magazines, 16 rounders included. That's bonus, that's good value. And I think there's a loading tool included as well. The reason I'm not super sure is because when I checked this out with Gunnies, I just took the gun and 2 mags. I didn't bring the box with me. But I think there's a loading tool. So threaded barrel, we didn't test it with a suppressor on it. Real easy to do. I love that they have it all set up. Okay. But honestly, so do a lot of the 22 pistols. Faster. Like the Walther PPQ22 long slide that I reviewed a couple years back. That was the same way. Most of them get it. They're like, hey, we need to make this cannibal. I like that, cannibal. Okay. Review done on the ergonomics features. Really awesome. Now, how did it shoot? Okay, so here comes the second pistol. Okay, so it's a tale of 2 pistols. The second pistol, how did it shoot? Like crap. That's how it shot. It jammed all the time. Hold on, I still got to use a megaphone for this. And not with crap ammo, but with CCI mini mags. It was jamming constantly. And yes, it was lubricated.
Very lightweight, so it'll move.
Go figure. I don't know what to tell you. So TD and I were shooting this gun, and it was jam, jam, jam. Click, 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 click. Rounds would go off, and then jamming some more. With CCI, we're not talking about promotional crap ammo. We're talking about with a high impulse, that's what I've always called it, high quality, super reliable, copper jacketed or plated, 22 bullet, the CCI mini mag. Solids, not hollow points. And it didn't function so well. It was bad. I mean, it was so bad, I was like, I'm really thinking about just canceling this test. So we took it out on 2 outings and we had that performance with the Taurus TX22. Go figure. I don't know what to tell you, because on the internet reviews and the vids I saw, guys were chugging away. They're saying, hey, our TX22 is awesome, man, it's great. It's chugging away on this ammo, this promotional ammo, 100%. And by the way, I don't think they're lying at all. I don't. I think they're being absolutely honest, and they had great performance. This is a sample of one, and it had problems. You know, we took it apart, we looked at it, and we go, oh, you know, what the heck? You know, it's lubricated? Yep, lubricated. It's good. Break-in period complete? Yep. Yep, break-in period complete. I was a little bit upset, to be honest with you, because I was having such high hopes for the TX22, because I like the ergos. You may have sensed that. I love the 16+1. I'm a big fan of that. Less loading, plinking, and having a good time with your 22 pistol. That's awesome. I've said that in so many 22 pistol reviews. It's just like, yeah, that makes me happy. Golf clap. Here's the accuracy, by the way. So just one of the papers. I'm going to show an inset video, maybe some others. Here we go. So this is last month. Many jams with CCI. Okay accuracy, I said. Now, I wouldn't say the accuracy is phenomenal. This is standing at 7 yards. That one's a really good group. And this is me shooting it. That's okay. It's okay. That's a great group. That's what I'd expect with like a Ruger 22 pistol, maybe a 22-45, a Mark IV or something. Really good. Or a Buckmark. Buckmark will shoot that way. So the accuracy was good, not amazing. I'll say the accuracy on the TX22 from my mileage, and that's all it is, just my data point. Good, not amazing. I'm not writing home about it. I felt bad about how bad it did, and I felt like, wow, this gun. And I knew of the reputation of the TX22. I knew that people were raving about it. I was like, because I was talking to Wyatt about it at Gunnies, and he said, yeah, this is a really popular gun. We've had a lot of good reports. And I said, well, let me give it a couple more outings, shoot a couple more 100 rounds. I think I put it through like 500, 600 rounds total. Took it out to the desert to face the curse of the desert. And I changed the ammunition from what has always been an awesome ammo, CCI Mini Mag, and I shot Federals. Also good. Those are good. That's good ammunition. Copper plated. And lo and behold, it shot great. I think there's a couple jams, and then magazine after magazine, the TX22 starts chugging along. And so I went through like 4 boxes of that, and I was just laughing. I was like, what the heck? I can't figure it out. I've never seen this, where a gun has problems with CCI, but with, I will say a lesser ammo, but in some ways, CCI to me is a pinnacle of 22. And I went down to Federal, and it worked fine. So it's a tale of 2 pistols. Go figure. Yeah, it was reliable, mostly reliable then. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, maybe it had an extended break-in period. I don't know if that's valid, because we shot so much with CCIs. We went through like 6 boxes. And I don't know. But I was happy to see that it finally started performing well to a point where I could actually have a good time with it, have fun, shoot steel with it, and there you go, tale of two pistols. So how to shoot, good accuracy, really horrible reliability in the first two outings. In the last two outings, it did pretty good. Tale of two pistols, I know, I don't know. Competitive options, before I answer the question, would I buy it? Now this is funny, and I was going to mention this. Here we are at 21 minutes. I probably won't do it in 25. But with competitive options, it always adds time, and you guys love that. You guys have totally forgot about this, right? So everyone right now is raving about the TX22 with its 16-round magazine. And that's good. I'm glad they're enthusiastic about it. They should be. I think it's fantastic. But I don't know if it's like groundbreaking. By the way, there's what the grip looks like. It's not groundbreaking because many years ago, like 9 years ago, I reviewed this one, the Advantage Arms Glock 22 conversion. Yeah, this thing is awesome. I do run CCIs in this because it does not work well with promotional ammo, just regular low velocity lead ammo, and Advantage Arms will tell you that. And by the way, they're no longer in Valencia. I think they're in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho now, where all those CNC places are, like Tactical Solutions. This thing is fantastic. I still recommend the Advantage Arms, also made for Gen 4s. They have a note on their website. Make sure you put the right one on your Glocks. If you have a Gen 3, you need a Gen 3 kit. If you have a Gen 4, or maybe another Gen, you just need to make sure you put the right one. It's fantastic. It has adjustable sights on it. Not 3-dot. I actually prefer these a little bit better than I do the TX22. Last round hold open, internal firing pin safety, anodized per mil A8625. Barrels made from 416 stainless steel. It goes on in about 3 seconds. All you do is do a slide replacement on this. And the magazines are fantastic. It comes with a 15-round magazine. And I have 25-round magazines for my Advantage Arms. Go watch my review way back when. It all plays. So, is it an out-of-the-box 22 that has, it's only one round down from this, 15, 16. Is it an out-of-the-box 22? No, it's going to cost you more money because you have your Glock. Now you go buy a conversion. By the way, here's the box for that. Valencia marked box. You're going to go, there you go, do not use on Gen 4. There's a Gen 3 one. It tells you all the models it fits with, the LE1722. No, you're going to have to spend some more money, but I sure like it. I would buy this over that. And in my experience, this was more reliable than that. Running CCIs. If I go with other ammo, not so much. Just like I said in my tabletop review. It's a competitive option. I just don't want you to forget about it. And I hate how the gun industry is. Like something's bright and shiny for 1 year and then everyone forgets about it. Not TMP. I remind you, hey, by the way, this is still awesome and valid. Don't go sell it. Don't get rid of it. And the gun industry is like, oh, this is new. Everything else is crap. It's kind of like when the TX22 came out. All the hype and all the crap with it. Hey, man, everything else is crap. You need to get a TX20. It's a good gun. But you know what else is awesome? This gun right here, the M&P 22. Doesn't have a 16-round magazine. But I'll tell you what, it's reliable. It's accurate. Also threaded barrel. I tested this. Go watch my tabletop reviews on both the full-size M&P 22, this one, and the compact. Both ran awesome. Super accurate. Great guns. They are fantastic. The only thing is they just don't have that magazine capacity. Not so much. It's still excellent. What is this? I think it's a 12-round mag. Been a while since I've shot the M&P 22. Look at the sights. Lacking contrast, a lot of air in there. I just love the M&P 22. It's great. Another competitive option I really like, I did a review on it about 2 years ago. Hopefully you checked that one out. The Walther PPQ-22. Did you guys check that review out? I reviewed the long slide version of it, and it was pretty good. It started out not so great. Like the first 5 magazines had a stoppage here and there. Jardine and I were testing it, and then after that, using CCIs, 100%. Accurate, fun. You could hammer with that Walther PPQ-N22. I loved it. I said I would buy one, and I would. I think it's a great competitive advantage against the TX22. Again, this has the advantage of magazine capacity, and that's something. Like I said, that is something. Other competitive options. The Ruger SR22, still good. Like that gun. Did a review on it. At least one. GSG Firefly, no. Not a polymer frame. It's like a mini 226. I did a review on it, posted it a few months ago, and it's pretty much a non-recommend. I don't like the Mosquito. I don't like the Firefly. I think they're pretty much crap. Unreliable, tiny, horrible trigger on that. Really bad. And then if you get out of category like polymer framed pistols, there's a whole bunch. How about this one right here? Check that bad boy out. On loan from Gunnies, the Great American Gun Store. This is a Ruger Mark IV. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. With a quick takedown feature. Have a red dot mounted because they are super fun on 22 pistols. This is a field sport. And by the way, this is not that light. I think it's around like 28 ounces as outfitted. So that's not that light. Sure is cool though. Ready for a suppressor. Great trigger. Still has that rackish grip angle. I bet you these are made for Ruger by Hogue. Really high traction, gorgeous black and gray grip panels in G10. That's a cool gun right there. Really cool gun. Would I buy this over that? Oh, I'm sorry, this one right here, the TX22. There's going to be a price difference. The Ruger's going to be a lot more. Maybe not a lot, but it's going to be more. This is $350 retail, about $22 for extra mags. You're going to get it for a lot less. I think the pricing on the TX22 is actually quite reasonable. I'm not even going to answer that. They're really kind of different creatures. They are 22 pistols. This one just doesn't have that, second cool factor this does. This kind of almost looks like a race pistol the way it's configured. I don't know. Get the one that makes you the happiest. There you go. And I could roll in some Tactical Solutions modified Rugers if I wanted to, Buckmark modified, other stuff I've shown on the tabletop over the years. It's a great time to buy 22 pistols. There's lots of great ones. Even some polymer ones, and I mentioned a couple, and there's more out there. The thing is, they won't have all the great ergonomics of this gun. They won't have the 16-round magazine of this gun. But back to the question. Knowing what I know about this gun, the Taurus TX22, its track record with me personally, knowing about its competition, how it shoots, MP22, SR22 by Ruger, Walther PPQ N22, modified Browning Buckmark, just found it. There it is right there. Beautiful pistol, awesome. Would I still buy a Taurus TX22? With all that in mind, my answer may surprise you. And the answer is, yes, I would. What? You said it shot like crap the first two outings, Nutton. You're right, sir, it did. It absolutely did. But don't forget, in the last two outings, with an ammo it liked, it shot nearly 100%. Go figure. I know, it's an anomaly. I've never seen that before, where a pistol does not like CCI. I've already ranted about that. Enough said. I would buy it. Here's the caveat. I would be ready to send it back to Taurus for a tune-up if it choked. And by the way, I did find one user where that happened. Just like me, his gun did not work at all. He sent it back to Taurus. He reports good service with them. And he says they replaced all his magazines. Now for us, I don't think it's the magazine because again, in two outings, it shot fine. I think it's something else. And it was lubricated once again. But yes, I would buy it. There you go. Because everything else is the 10s. It is a tale of two pistols. One that shot like crap. One that shot pretty good. And I love its lightweight. The ergonomics are fantastic. I think its price level is really, really good. And I think it's a great addition to the 22 pistol market of whatever variety, whether it's a polymer frame 22, a more traditional or modified 22 pistol like this Buckmark. Totally worth it. I still think it's a good purchase. It is recommended, although it's not going to be like a 5 on my recommend scale. It'll be more like a 3.5, maybe a 4. I'll think about it. Nutnfancy Tabletop Review TX22. Thanks for being part of TMP Patreon, keeping the project going. We'll see you around.